Live on this beautiful 67-degree breezy evening here in southwest Missouri on the campus of Missouri Southern State University at Fred Hughes Stadium. The Joplin Crusaders in the Central Midwest Football League will look to improve to 4-1 as they go up against the 1-2 Wichita Skyhawks. I'm Mike Stewart, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you to Semi-Pro Saturday here on the Southern Sports Network. A big game here to have standings in the league, and earlier, just moments ago, we're going to show on the clip here, we had Joplin coming out, and they're ready for home field advantage. Everything looks like they are ready to go, and they were practicing their passing attack in an empty gun formation in the pregame. We know that the coin toss will be coming up here in just a few seconds, so we just want to welcome everybody in. We're going to cut the commercial, and then we will have the coin toss on the other side of this break. Going to take a few commercials, pay a couple bills, and we will be right back here on the Southern Sports Network. Glad to have you for Semi-Pro Saturday.
Some might say I'm an ideas guy. I'd like to think of myself more as a doer. I like to make things happen, both for myself and for the people my businesses serve. Signature Bank has been crucial in that for me, from starting my moving businesses to expanding into mobile minis, all the way to our current office and warehouse space. Signature has advised and supported me every step of the way.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
And we are back in ready for the coin toss, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like both teams are ready to take the field. Looks like we may need to cut to one more commercial break as the referees are discussing the pregame rules. So we're going to give it maybe another minute or so, and we will be right back with the official coin toss and the start and kickoff of tonight's game in the Central Midwest Football League. This is Mike Stewart for Central Midwest Football right here on the Southern Sports Network.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place, where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place, where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
And we are back live on SSN. The coin toss is going on right now. Going to give you the captains for both teams. So for the Wichita Skyhawks, we have number 2, Javante Stewart, number 10, Devin Boltman, and number 83, Steven Spencer. For the Joplin Crusaders, number 3, Lupe Prado Jr., number 8, Junior Lindblom, and number 88, that is Braxton Reed. Coin toss just complete and ready for the opening kickoff here in just a moment. Once again, Joplin with a 3-1 record in the Central Midwest Football League. Wichita Skyhawks coming to this game tonight with a 1-2 record. So we're going to see how things pan out in what is essentially a home game for the Crusaders here on the campus of MSSU. Could you please all rise for the national anthem? Game being presented right here live on the Southern Sports Network. Mike Stewart calling the action here. And it looks like we're going to take a break as we are standing for the national anthem. Going to give it a minute, and we'll be right back on the air.
Deep down in my bones, I know that I am home.
I miss him too.
Love brings us here. Together's where we all belong. You're my home. I'm okay. My home.
Having a body is tough. Exercising, sports, work, and life itself can leave you feeling tense at any age. The Trainer's Table is here for you. No appointments or memberships needed because you can't always plan ahead for when you're physically sore. The Trainer's Table. Let us stretch you.
National anthem is over. We are getting ready for tonight's kickoff again. 67 degrees, slight breeze in the air here on the campus of MSSU, but gorgeous weather for semi-pro Saturday here on SSN. Once again, Mike Stewart with the game call here for you for tonight's action, and we are going to see what happens here as opening kickoff is being prepared to get started for this football game. Wichita, the road team, wearing white, and Joplin, the Crusaders, with a record of 3-1, wearing the home black. Team's coming out set for the kickoff here. And we're just waiting for the teams to line up so we can get this kickoff started here. Ball placed at the 35-yard line. And kicking off here for Wichita going to be number 12, Trevor Sourjohn. 7 minutes after 7 p.m., and we are officially underway on the campus at MSSU. And the ball fumbled there at around the 33-yard line. Had a big block there to spring the returner open. And he's still on his feet, running back, and he gets brought down at the 48-yard line. Penalty flag on the kickoff, and we will find out what the refs want to call. It was returned by number 35, Jerron Caraway. Going to see what the official call is here right now. Referee still making decisions here. Looks like they're trying to decide the official spot of football here. Penalty may be against Wichita as they are backing them up. It's going to be spotted officially at the 23-yard line. Skyhawks with a 1-2 record. That is where they're going to start tonight's game. So a big block springing, but it looked like it may have been a block in the back here. Man in motion. And we have a whistle. Wonder if it's a whistle that's going to disturb play or if there was like a premature timeout called. Oh, well, we apparently are waiting on the chain gang. So, can't really play a football game, folks, unless you ain't got a chain gang to measure. Chain gang leisurely taking their time back down to the 23-yard line here. Under center for Wichita, number 7, Marcievas Grayson. I'm sorry, that may be number 2 for Wichita. It looks like Javante Stewart. He was one of the captains for the game tonight, so I do believe it is Stewart under center. Man in motion for Wichita. Takes a snap here, gives it to the running back. He's able to run up the middle, and he gets brought down a gain of about 3 yards. Ball's going to be at the 26-yard line here for Wichita. So the game starts with a traditional halfback draw here, and it looks like we are starting gingerly, if you will, officially a gain of 2, ball at the 25-yard line. 4 wide receiver set for the Skyhawks here. Stewart under center with the running back flanking him. Takes the ball, fakes it to the running back, he passes, and he is able to get it at the 31-yard line, officially spotted. Caught by number 1, that looks to be Dominique Webb. And the Skyhawks just taking their time, going play-by-play, coming out of the huddle. Traditional football game. Nothing trying to run an empty gun or anything like that. 4 receiver set again here. Stewart under center as quarterback. Takes the snap, gives it to his running back. Plenty of room up the middle, and he's able to run down to about the 40-yard line. The running back looks to be number 30 for Wichita. That is going to be Cedric Gonzalez, another one of the team captains for the Skyhawks. Moving the change for a first down, puts it at the 39-yard line. And again, just a 4 receiver set, something that Wichita is comfortable here with their first set of downs in tonight's ballgame. Gives it back to Rosales, and he has plenty of room up the middle. He's able to go past midfield to the 50-yard line. Another first down, back-to-back plays. Tackle made on that one for Joplin by number 5. That's TJ Fleeton. Officially at the 49-yard line of the Crusaders. Drive being sustained here for Wichita. Back in that 4 receiver set. Stewart as quarterback and Rosales as the running back. Nothing doing on that play. Brought down for maybe a gain of a yard, and it looked like it was number 22 who was the running back that time. 22 for Wichita, that is going to be Tanner Klingensmith. Number 28 for Joplin, Manua Kafoa Pinatani. Officially a loss of yards, going to be second down and 11 here. Again, just standard 4 receiver set here for Wichita. Want to thank everybody for watching Central Midwest Football League action here on the Southern Sports Network. Man in motion. And we have a penalty flag before the ball is snapped. Let's see what the referees come up with. This is a false start against Wichita. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And for those of you who are interested, the Southern Sports Network app is available on iOS and Android. So this will make it 2nd down and 16 here. Ball's officially going to be spotted at the 45-yard line. I want to thank everybody for watching around the world tonight for Semi-Pro Saturday here on SSN. Mike Stewart calling the game here in a Central Midwest Football League battle between the Wichita Skyhawks at 1-2 and the Joplin Crusaders at 3-1. Ball at the 45-yard line. And we have another flag before the snap. Let's see what the referees call this time. Early penalty shooting Wichita on the foot. We may have a timeout here. We'll take 1-2. Scoreless here early in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on SSN.
Some might say I'm an ideas guy. I'd like to think of myself more as a doer. I like to make things happen, both for myself and for the people my businesses serve. Signature Bank has been crucial in that for me. From starting my moving businesses to expanding into mobile minis, all the way to our current office and warehouse space. Signature has advised and supported me every step of the way.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
Back live on SSN. Mike Stewart calling the game. Central Midwest Football League action here in Joplin, Missouri. Stewart takes the snap. He's got the blitz coming. He throws downfield. That man is caught. First down, Wichita. Big reception made. That's number 83, Steven Spencer. And he points downfield for a first down there. Skyhawks moving the ball here on the road. Officially spotted at the 34-yard line of Joplin. There was some pressure coming down Stewart's neck, but he was able to get the ball off soon enough to get first down yardage. Still 4 receivers set here. Man in motion, that is the receiver who just caught the football. Gives it to the running back, and he's running up the middle, and he gets some room here. That is number 23, Lee Stewart. So you got Stewart at quarterback, and you got Stewart running the ball. Man, the Stewart calling the game. Timeout on the field. And that's a timeout by Joplin. They got to do something to stop the bleeding here. We're going to take a 30-second timeout along with them. We will be back scoreless here in the first quarter, live in Joplin on SSN.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty, with her wafers on in the summer sun. Her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long.
The College of Business and Technology at Northeastern State University is where education meets industry. Our in-demand undergraduate.
Okay, we cut it. We are back live here. First down for the Wichita Skyhawks. Man in motion. Quarterback takes the snap, gives it to his running back, and they were able to stop him after getting first down run on the previous play. Wichita has been pretty much running unscathed. The big third down pass sprung the game open for them. As the Skyhawks are on the road here in Central Midwest Football League action, Mike Stewart calling the game for Southern Sports Network. I want to thank everybody across the world from tuning in here tonight. Ball at the 19 after a gain of 5. Man in motion for the Skyhawks. Takes the snap, gives it to the running back. Couple of Joplin defenders able to get into the backfield, but not before it looks like he was just a yard shy of the first down. That looks to be number 5, Kevin Salisbury. And it is officially spotted at the 15-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 1 yard to go. Pardon, it's going to be 3rd down and a yard. Because the first run was good for 4, and then that one good for 5. A big test here for Joplin's defense against Wichita on his opening drive of tonight's contest. Again, the quarterback, Javante Stewart for Wichita. And he gives it, and there is no run up the middle. Stopped almost immediately. Big tackle by number 81 for the Joplin Crusaders. That is Quallen Powell. And we'll see what happens here on 4th down. Critical 4th down here early in the game. Now, 8:25 remaining here in the opening quarter. I want to thank everybody for watching live on Southern Sports Network. 4th down and 2. And will the Crusaders be able to block up the middle, or will Wichita have something up their sleeves for a passing attack? Trips to the right here. Stewart takes the snap, looks to go downfield, passes, and wide open in the end zone for a Wichita Skyhawks touchdown. Doing the land shark dance. And what a big celebration there to open up the scoring for tonight's game. Sure, we'll play that back and on the replay here. Tremendous touchdown on the passing attack. And you can see there, he was calling for it. That was number 1, Dominique Webb, first touchdown of the game. And it looked like we had the point after touchdown. We're getting ready for it, so we will have the PAT here from 31 yards out, looks like. Waiting for personnel to get in here at the last second. And it is up, and it is good. So, Webb calls his own number and opens up the scoring here. 7:56 remaining in the opening quarter. Our score in Central Midwest Football League action. The Wichita Skyhawks up 7-0 over the Joplin Crusaders. We're going to take a 30-second timeout, and we will be back on Southern Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
A tradition of educational excellence, more than a century in the making, continues in Broken Arrow. Here, supportive faculty, in-demand undergraduate and graduate degrees, and affordable tuition make Northeastern State University your transfer destination.
7-0 lead for Wichita here early after the touchdown pass from Javante Stewart to Dominique Webb. Want to thank everybody for watching around the world on the Southern Sports Network. Kickoff underway as we are midway through this opening quarter. We're covered at the 17-yard line. And we have a return. It goes down, and he breaks a tackle. Down at about the 34-yard line, a decent return here for the Joplin Crusaders to start their offensive attack for tonight's ball game. So 7-0, you got the Skyhawks able to march down the field, and then we had this replay on the touchdown here, and just wide open in the back of the end zone. As you see at the beginning of the play, you had Webb just tap his own helmet and call his own number there. Officially at the 35 here, Joplin's going to have the ball on offense for the first time. And they are running a 4-receiver set of their own. Quarterback in a gun formation. Gives to his running back, and he is able to go for several yards, gets across the 40-yard line. That is number 29 for the Crusaders is Elliott Hawkins. The quarterback is number 1, Kendall Holmes. Gain of 6 on that run. And the clock ticking down below 7.5 minutes here in quarter number 1. Joplin trying to match the scoring output on the opening drive by the Skyhawks. Gets a good 6-yard run up the middle to start their offense. And they get brought down in the backfield. Blitz coming by number 18 for Wichita. That is going to be Earl Herney, making sure that he's able to get in the backfield there on the blitz and stop it. Loss of about 3 or 4 officially spotted at the 37-yard line. So now 3rd down and 8. Joplin has to do something here to be able to get to the first down marker at the 45-yard line. Four receivers set. Quarterback in the gun formation with his running back. Takes the snap. Gets rid of it. And catches it near first down territory, but is not able to make it. Looks like he was tackled by number 18, Earl Herney, again. It's only 4th down and 1 here. Officially spotted at the 34. And they're going to continue play here, so critical down here for both teams. And that looks like it could be... We're waiting for the official call. Don't know if a Skyhawk jumped offside or if that was a false start against Joplin. The referees are duking this out. And it's officially against Wichita. Automatic first down as a result of the 5-yard penalty. Joplin with a momentum boost there. As Wichita looked like they were stacking 8 men in the box, but were able to not remain onside. Ball at the 49-yard line. The Joplin drive continues. 4 receiver set here. Back in the shotgun. Giving it to his running back, who was able to stay up on his feet past the 45-yard line. Again, that's number 28. That is Josh Dickey. Ball officially at the 44. That's a gain of 7. Back to the running back again. It's work, or that was actually a fake. And the ball falls incomplete on the play action pass. So 3rd down, 3 yards to go. It's going to be at the 44-yard line. Clock is now just over 5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. So man in motion here for Joplin, and then it looks like we may have had another penalty before the snap. And going to see if this is another offsides here for Wichita. Waiting for the official call here. Referees are sharing information on what they see here on the field. And once again, it's offsides on Wichita. That's 2 offsides penalties on this drive that have just shot down any momentum they have getting the ball back. Really showing their teeth and getting aggressive on 3rd down, but it's come back to bite them both times there on what could have been drive-stopping defensive plays. Now at the 39-yard line, 1st down and 10. Takes the snap. Looks to get rid of the ball. Able to run. Still on his feet. Past the 30. Past the 25-yard line and able to get down on the quarterback keeper. That's Kendall Holmes. Taking it all the way into the red zone for Joplin. Tremendous running play under center. as we get to see it here on the SSN Semi-Pro Saturday replay. Sneaks past one defender and just stays on his feet. Great blocking for him until he's finally brought down just outside of the 15-yard line. Ball officially spotted at the 17-yard line. So we have a bunch formation on the right. Trips receivers there. Quarterback throws it. It looks like a screen to the running back, and the running back stays on his feet. Down at the 11, gain of about 7. Officially a gain of 6 here. And four receiver formation for Joplin. Fakes it to the running back, stays on his feet, fires over the middle, and did he catch it? Waiting for an official signal. And they say it's incomplete. Tremendous effort to his wide receiver. That appeared to be the number 4, Lupe Prado Jr. Clock ticking down inside 4 minutes here. Opening quarter here, 3rd down and about 4 to go. Free receiver set to the left. Holmes under center. He feels the blitz and is able to escape out of it, but his own offensive lineman knocks him down. That was number 77, Ryan Carr, with the own safety, if you will, or the own sack. For those of you who may or may not watch pro soccer, not an own goal, but your own offensive lineman knocking you down. I guess that's semi-pro for you. I don't know if we had that on the replay or not, but let's go ahead and play that real quick before we get back to the... I mean, Holmes made a good job of escaping under center, but it was just only so much you can do when you get knocked down by your own offensive lineman. So 4th down and long. I mean, they are down 7. They're going to go for it. Gun formation. Holmes takes the snap. Looks to find somebody wide open, and it's intercepted at the 1-yard line. Tipped and picked off Wichita football, and no worse than a punt if you're Joplin, but definitely not the result that you wanted to get. Let's see what we're able to come up with on the interception here. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and we'll get you some more information here. We'll be right back on the other side of this break. Skyhawks retain their 7-0 lead here on SSN.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty, with her wafers on in the summer sun. Her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long.
So tipped on 4th down, intercepted by number 9, Swain Williams. Wichita with the ball back at the 18 or 19-yard line. Man in motion for the Skyhawks. Gives it to his running back, and he is brought down after a gain of a yard at the 20. But tremendous athleticism for number 9, Swain Williams, able to get that ball at the 1 and able to get a decent return for Wichita. Maintaining a 7-0 lead. Want to thank everybody for watching on SSN, iOS or Android app. Mike Stewart here calling the game here for Southern Sports Network. Central Midwest Football League action live here in Joplin, Missouri at Fred Hughes Stadium on the campus of Missouri Southern State University. Skyhawks up 7-0. 2:23 remaining in the opening quarter. Four receiver set. Stewart, the quarterback, takes the snap and is still running. Tackled after a gain of a few yards, and he is brought down by number 88 for Wichita. That is Braxton Reed. Gain of about 4 on that play on the quarterback keeper. Quarterback for Wichita, that is Javante Stewart. Already has 1 touchdown pass tonight to give the Skyhawks the early lead here. Returning back to live action here as we have the Skyhawks come out of the snap here. Looks like we have trips to the left and a 4 receiver set. Stewart takes the snap. Fires over the middle, and he almost brings it in with a one-handed catch, but it falls incomplete. Great effort there, but maybe just a little too much zip there on the pass. Fourth down at about 7 yards to go here. And trying to determine who's going to try to return the punt here. Looks like number 5, TJ Fleeton, and number 9, Jeremiah Boucher. The punt goes off and goes sky high into the air near the skylights, and it drops at the 47 and takes a Joplin bounce at the 46. We'll take a 30-second break here. Skyhawks able to maintain their 7-0 lead with about 1:10 remaining in the opening quarter. Live Central Midwest Football League action on Southern Sports Network.
Feel the warmth deep down in my bones. I know that I am home.
I miss him too.
Love brings us here. Together's where we all belong. You're my home. My home.
Having a body is tough. Exercising, sports, work, and life itself can leave you feeling tense at any age. The Trainer's Table is here for you. No appointments or memberships needed because you can't always plan ahead for when you're physically sore. The Trainer's Table. Let us stretch you.
We come live back to tonight's game. 70 seconds remaining in the opening quarter, and Wichita Skyhawks hold on to a 7-0 lead over the Joplin Crusaders. Man in motion for Wichita. Got a fullback and a running back flanking the quarterback here. And the punt goes off, and it looks like it was a repunt, as there was likely a penalty, and it was caught by a man out of bounds for Joplin at the 49. Clock inside of a minute here. And again, for those of you interested in watching the game online, do keep in mind that we do have the Southern Sports Network app available on iOS and Android. All you got to do is look for Southern Sports Network. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching tonight's game. Beautiful 67-degree weather, slight breeze here in southwest Missouri. And just waiting to see. Don't know if we have a timeout on the field or if it's something that the referees are discussing. Looks like an officials discussion right at around the 47-yard line. As we're anticipating them getting back to live action here at any moment. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back on the other side of this break. And those Davidoff cigars look very good at the Refuge Smoking Lounge there in Bentonville, Arkansas. I'll have to go check that out next time I'm in Northwest Arkansas myself. Back to live action. So what the referees were discussing was, since a Joplin player caught it on the sidelines out of bounds, they had a penalty the previous play, which led to a second punt. And now we are back at around what appears to be the 43-yard line as the official spot. It appears that chains are being moved and that may be a first down for Wichita from what I'm seeing here. There's no down marker or anything that I'm seeing. And it does look like trips to the right of the formation for Wichita. And that is a first down, gain up the middle of about 1 yard, as we are winding down the first quarter here, inside 45 seconds remaining here on the campus of Missouri Southern State University. An older but a gorgeous football stadium and track here. Looks like it'd be a pretty good environment for a Division II football game. Fires over the middle, and it falls incomplete. Intended receiver was at the 43-yard line, just couldn't keep it inside of his hands. Just dropped outside the breadbasket there. 26.9 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Skyhawks would sure love to build upon that 7-0 lead. Want to thank everybody for watching anywhere you were at, whether it be inside the stadium or around the civilized world, live on Southern Sports Network. Central Midwest Football League action as the Skyhawks are trips to the right again. 9 yards to go. Stewart fires it and is broken up immediately. Excellent pass coverage there to make sure that the ball doesn't get away from the defender. That was number 9 for the pass breakup for Joplin. That's Jeremiah Boucher. 21 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1, and we have a 4th down and 9 coming up, another potential punt situation. Boucher back to return for Joplin along with number 5, TJ Fleeton. Still waiting to see what the Skyhawks are drawing up here. And we have some dirty laundry on the line here at the 40. Referees discussing what they want to do. Don't know if this is a delayed game penalty or what exactly happened. So right around the 44-yard line where the discussion is taking place at. And I'm guessing delay a game. That's the only thing I could see, because it was taking a lot longer than usual. Defensive lineman for Joplin taking a knee down on the field, just anticipating the decision here. And pretty close to where the refs are discussing everything at, so they'll know what to do and how to get prepared for their formation coming up here on 4th down. We'll keep it right here because we are near the end of the quarter, and we've had quite a few commercial breaks in the last couple of moments anyway. So, just anticipating this decision here. And we may have a result here is against Joplin. That's a first down for Wichita. So whatever Joplin has done these last couple of plays, first you had the ball caught by the player on the sideline, which I think ended up being a first down penalty result. And now Wichita is going to have the ball on Joplin's 41-yard line with 21 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Javonte Stewart under center already has one touchdown pass tonight here for Wichita. Bunch formation here. And felt the blitz coming, and he gets sacked for a loss of a yard. That appears to be number 26 for Joplin. That would be Blaine Allen. And that should be the final play of the first quarter, and it is. Wichita able to go down the field and get a touchdown pass on their opening drive. Our score, the Skyhawks 7, the hometown Joplin Crusaders nothing. We're going to take a minute break here, and we will be back on the other side of this commercial. It is Semi-Pro Saturday with Central Midwest Football League action live on the Southern Sports Network.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
All right, well, welcome everybody back to Semi-Pro Saturday. Second quarter about to get underway here in the Central Midwest Football League. Joplin down 7-0 against the Wichita Skyhawks. Crusaders with the football on offense. I'm sorry, that is actually Wichita. Gets rid of the football, throws it downfield, and he's caught! Goes into the end zone for a touchdown! 41-yard touchdown pass, and it's about to be 14-0 pending the result of the extra point. And basically, that was just Javonte Stewart to Dominique Webb again. Let's take a look at a replay there. Again, he just goes downfield, is able to anticipate the catch, and runs into the end zone. And I apologize, that was actually number 13. Kedrick Liggins with the touchdown reception. So it was about to be 14-0. One play in the second quarter, and he got 6 points. So number 13, Kedrick Liggins with the touchdown grab. Extra point up, and the extra point is good. So in a bit of a stunner, if you were looking at the records before the game, Wichita Skyhawks 14, Joplin Crusaders nothing. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is second quarter action live on SSN. So a 41-yard touchdown catch by Kedrick Liggins gives the Wichita Skyhawks a 14-0 lead here at Fred Hughes Stadium on the campus of MSSU, but we got a return. And he goes past midfield. And he goes down the sideline inside the 20-yard line. A big spark on special teams for the Joplin Crusaders. Let's get that kickoff return back on the replay here. He grabs it at the 18 and just turns on the jets and runs up the sideline. And it looks like there may have been some sort of penalty that could have sprung him loose. The referees are looking to bring this back. Still first down Joplin, but looks like the ball is still being moved, and it's officially being spotted at the 25-yard line. So I'm wondering, it had to be some sort of illegal block in the back or something that allowed him to spring loose whenever he had cut up the field there after he had initially made his first pivot. I wonder if we can play that replay back and see what happened. So there's the kickoff. Again, catches you at the 18, and it looks like it may have been an illegal block in the back at the 35-yard line. So that had to have been the penalty, but otherwise it would have been an excellent return and a spark that Joplin would have needed, being down 2 scores here in the second quarter. 14:45 remaining. Mike Stewart calling the game live for Southern Sports Network here tonight. Quarterback takes the snap, and he looks to go downfield to get some of that back, and it is almost intercepted. Big play there for Wichita, broken up by number 5, Kevin Salisbury. Not the story you want if you're Joplin. You're down 2 scores. You're at home. Both 2 deep pass plays, exposing the secondary protection for the Crusaders. And what looked to be a gigantic spark on that kickoff return to get some momentum back, and then it looked like an illegal block in the back just kind of killed that. Therefore, we have second down and 10 here. And now we got a whistle after the play. And that is going to be false start. 5-yard penalty for Joplin. So a bit of a Murphy's Law going if you are wearing the black and gold of the Crusaders. What can go wrong will go wrong, it seems like. The home crowd here at MSSU, they're looking for something to try to ignite this offense. 4 receivers set. Quarterback takes a snap. Pressure coming. Throws it, gets rid of it, and he just throws it away. Holmes had quite a bit of time back there in the pocket, but eventually pressure was starting to catch up on the outside edge. And when in doubt, just throw it out. 2nd and 15 after that false start. Still over 14 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Holmes under center for Joplin. Takes the ball. Feels the pressure coming, and he is sacked at the 10-yard line inside the 10. And the Skyhawks defense just not allowing anything at all. That is number 34 for Wichita. That's Samson Ginty. And it looks like we got the replay teed up here. So he just bullies his way up the middle and is able to get the sack on Holmes. Tremendous pass rush there to force into what is a long, what appears might be a punt. May have forced him completely out of even wanting to consider this on 4th down. And just trying to maintain some sort of field position here. Punter in his own end zone. And barely got that one off. And it's down at the 48-yard line. That is where Wichita will pick up with a 2-touchdown lead. We will pick back up with them after 30 seconds. 13:01 remaining here in the second quarter. This is Southern Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery. creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going to change this now. Spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going to change this, ripping out pages. I'm going to change this now.
Away, Matt. We are back live here on Southern Sports Network as Mike Stewart here calling the game, and it looks like Joplin is in a defensive formation here. Looks like the ball will be officially spotted at the 27-yard line. Crusaders are back on offense. So I'm not sure if there's some sort of penalty that would have given the ball back, but hey, you take what you can get. And we have a whistle before the snap. And that is false start against Joplin again. And that's got to be at least 3 false starts just in this half alone, if not 4. Killing any offensive momentum that the Crusaders are trying to get back into this football game down 2 touchdowns. Ball to 22. So it is first down and 15 to go. Holmes with the snap. Feels the pressure coming. He got 3 Wichita players making sure that he can't complete the pass, falling incomplete. They brought the bull rush on that one. Like the jailbreak play that you see back on old school NFL blitz. So second down, 15 to go. And Joplin needs something to get a spark to get this home crowd going. They will need to get to the 37-yard line to get a first down. Wichita's front four just standing with their hands on their hips content at the moment. Four receivers set here for Joplin. Quarterback takes the snap, feels the blitz coming. And it looks like he had caught it at around the 33-yard line. Tremendous pitch and catch under pressure there. Believe that was caught by number 4, Quinnell Johnson. Gain of 7. Looks like it'd be third down 3, or actually gain of 6. Looks like gain of 6, third down 4. Quarterback takes a snap, fires to his receiver. That falls incomplete. Pass intent for Lupe Prado. And now we have a 4 down situation here with 12:18 remaining in the second quarter. Ball to 33. Gotta get to the 37 to keep the drive alive here. Four down linemen for Wichita. 4 receivers set here. Man in motion. Here comes the blitz. Quarterback takes a snap. Coming on the edge, throws it. And it was broken up. Pass intended for number 7 for Joplin. Falls out of the hands of Daquan Johnson. Turnover on downs. Wichita with the ball and up 2 touchdowns here with 12:10 remaining in the first half. So for those of you just joined us, this was a 7-0 game after the end of the first quarter. But then there was a 41-yard touchdown pass for the Wichita Skyhawks. As Javonte Stewart found Kedrick Liggins, as he was able to get open into the MSSU end zone. Now 1st and 10. Javonte Stewart back under quarterback here for Wichita. Trips to the right on your screen. Stewart with the ball. Fakes the handoff, throws it. And the pass was broken up, but it fell incomplete. Joplin with a big opportunity there. Pass broken up by number 5, TJ Fleeton. Still at the 33-yard line. Wichita changing up their offensive scheme here a little bit. 3 receiver set. Gives it to their running back. Goes right up the middle. That's number 22 for the Skyhawks. That is Tanner Klingensmith. Talk about number 28, Manua Fokua Pindatani. Officially no gain on that play. Still at the 33-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. As we hit 8 p.m. Central Time here in Joplin, Missouri. Stewart throws the ball to his intended receiver. That was number 1, Dominic Webb, on that one, but out of his outstretched hands and falls incomplete. 11:21 remaining here before halftime. And does Wichita go for it, or are they content with a 2-touchdown lead and just decide to punt? Back for Joplin, I believe that is number 9, Jeremiah Boucher. Skyhawks getting ready for a safe punt formation. Ball snapped and hits the turf, and he's able to get rid of it. Drops down at the 11-yard line, goes out of bounds. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We will be back. Second quarter action here in the Central Midwest Football League, live on the Southern Sports Network. So back live here, Skyhawks with a 14-0 lead over the Crusaders. Here on the campus of MSSU here in Joplin, Missouri, is actually a coffin corner punt that bounced at the 11 and ended up rolling out of bounds at the 2. So the best punt of the night for the Wichita Skyhawks. And Joplin back in the 3 receiver set trying to get out of their own end zone here. They get a run, and they're going to get a first down and more. Up the sideline. Gets out near the 30-yard line, and they needed that run to be able to get out and prevent any type of mishap there, staying in the shallow of their own end zone there. Ball officially down at the 26, and we got it on replay here, teed it up. And this is just a quarterback keeper, folks. Excellently run by Kendall Holmes, able to understand the danger of being that close to the end zone and wanted to make sure that he got some breathing room for his offense. 11:04 remaining here. We got trips to the right here for the Crusaders. Joplin trying to make something happen right now so they can get on the scoreboard. Throws it. Caught. Past the 35, past the 40 in. He's got some room. Able to run. He's down outside near the 40-yard line. Caught by number 6. Tajavin Curry. And you'll see it right here. Starts out simple pass, able to grab it, breaks a tackle, gets an excellent block, is able to get all the way down to where it's officially spotted here at the 38-yard line. Maybe this will be the spark that puts the Crusaders on the board. Trips to the left. Holmes with the ball. Gives it to a slot receiver. He's able to run. Past the 30. Gets the first down and more. And stays on his feet. 2 first downs in a row, and the crowd is enjoying it. That's number 17, Aaron Willis. Just finds him in the slot here on a replay and is able to make the most of it. Gets past the marker and gets down inside the 20. So first play from the red zone of the night. And we may have a timeout here. We'll be back in 30 seconds. The action's picking up here on SSN.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going to change us now. Spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going to change us, ripping out pages. I'm going to change us now.
We are back here live on SSN. Big consecutive first down plays made by the Joplin Crusaders as the home crowd is starting to get into it a little bit. Looking to get on the board for the first time tonight, down 14 to Wichita. Kendall Holmes under center for the Crusaders. Trips to the right on your screen. Takes the ball. Throws it to his running back, and he is brought down immediately. That is number 29. Elliott Hawkins. He's tackled by number 24 of the Skyhawks. That's B.J. Richards. Good idea, but the defense just snuffed it out. We're looking at about second and 15 here. Loss of about 5 yards. And the Crusaders will go back to the drawing board here. 10-17. No relation to Brick Squad. 10-17 remaining here in the second quarter. Those of you that listen to trap music will get my 10-17 Brick Squad reference, but we'll go back to the game here. 4 receiver set. Holmes, quarterback. Had plenty of time, but the blitz is coming. Stays on his feet. Still running. Pushed out of bounds by the Skyhawk defender, number 24, B.J. Richards, and he's been everywhere on defense this set of downs here lately. So appears to be third down and what will be 12. Ball is at the 18-yard line. First plays inside the red zone tonight for the Crusaders. Hoping to make the most of this opportunity, trying to get on the board and cut this lead in half that Wichita has, currently up 14-0. 9:49 remaining in the first half. Trips to the left in a bunch formation. Holmes under center at quarterback in the gun. Takes the snap. The blitz is coming. He sidesteps it. Multiple defenders, throws downfield. And it goes incomplete. So you have to wonder if you're Joplin what you're going to do here on fourth down. You had consecutive first downs to really get the crowd into it here. And just over 9.5 minutes remaining. Wichita up 14. What do? Do you stay on offense, try to get the first down? They could get down to the 6-yard line and keep the drive alive. Waiting for the offense to come out and after they decide to play. See how they line up here with Wichita's 4 down linemen. Four receivers set in the gun here. Kendall Holmes takes a snap on 4th down. Blitz is coming. He runs out of it, throws it, and it's intercepted into the end zone. Wichita with a critical defensive play. He's still on his feet. And he's still running. Past midfield. And a tremendous defensive play by the Wichita Skyhawks. That's number 5, Kevin Salisbury, and you'll see it here. He grabs the ball, breaks a tackle at the 7. 2 men unable to stop him. He's still running. And he finally gets brought down at the 43-yard line. So that was very much of you have to do something because that was your best opportunity of the night. And Wichita flipped it and turned it into roses. Officially at the 42 here. Number 2, Javante Stewart, the quarterback here for the Skyhawks. Gives it to his running back and is brought down immediately. Snuffed out by number 28. That was Manua Kafoa Pinatani. And this is officially spotted. It looks to be right at the 45-yard line. So less than 9 minutes remaining here in the first half. For those of you just joining us, just 2 lengthy touchdown passes by Wichita Skyhawks quarterback Javante Stewart. The second one to Kedrick Liggins to start the scoring here in the second quarter. And a tremendous interception return deep into Joplin territory. Gives the Skyhawks another opportunity, but they are going to get sacked. Checking to see who had the stop there. Looks like it was 2 of the big boys on the D-line. Number 69, Eric Thornburg, and number 94. We don't actually have a number for number 94 here on the roster, but big play nonetheless to get some of that momentum back for the home team. 8 minutes and counting here in the second half, or the first half, second quarter. Mike Stewart calling the game here for the Southern Sports Network. Central Midwest Football League action as the 3-1 Joplin Crusaders are down 14-0 to the 1-2 Wichita Skyhawks. Goes to show you got to play the games, folks. Stewart with the snap. And the entire defensive line just collapsed around him. Takes a hit by number 9 for Joplin. That is Jeremiah Boucher. Stewart runs it down to the 42-yard line. They had to move the change. That's a first down for Wichita. 7:31 remaining here in the first half. As we're starting to see a little bit of twilight here as the sun is starting to go down. Man in motion here. And the punt goes away. And that punt went out of bounds at around the 23-yard line. So Joplin will have the football. Again, down 14. We'll take 60 seconds, and we'll be right back on Southern Sports Network.
Some might say I'm an ideas guy. I'd like to think of myself more as a doer. I like to make things happen, both for myself and for the people my businesses serve. Signature Bank has been crucial in that for me, from starting my moving businesses to expanding into mobile minis, all the way to our current office and warehouse space. Signature has advised and supported me every step of the way.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com.
So back to game action here. Joplin with the ball, gives it to the running back, and he's able to get at least 5 yards on the carry. I'd say 4 yards on the carry because the ball was spotted at the 31. As a result of the Wichita punt, 7:07 remaining in the second quarter. This is Central Midwest Football League spring football action live on the campus of Missouri Southern State University and Fred Hughes Stadium. Mike Stewart calling the game here for Southern Sports Network. The hometown Joplin Crusaders are down 14-0 to the Wichita Skyhawks. And we have trips to the right here. Quarterback takes a snap, gives it to his running back again, but the Skyhawks had that snuffed out. Obvious that the three receivers were just sitting there as decoys, and the D-line was not buying any of it. 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. And gorgeous weather here, 63 degrees in southwest Missouri. Trips to the right again. Quarterback takes a snap, fakes to his running back, looks to get rid of it. Pass caught complete, gets past the 40-yard line. Wondering if he got enough to get past the sticks. They were out around the 42. And they're moving the chains, first down Crusaders. So 5:55 now remaining. As we're waiting for the Crusaders to come out of the snap here on offense. Four receiver set, trips to the left. Wideout still lining up, making sure that they are onside with the referee. Pressure coming from Wichita. Quarterback keeps it. And gets about 3 yards after calling his own number. Closer to 2 yards officially. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. As the clock ticks down inside 5.5 minutes. Officially spotted at the 45, so a gain of 3. Wichita looking respectable on defense with just 4 down defensive linemen here for most of the first half. Joplin running trips again to the left. Quarterback takes a snap, and he throws it to his running back in the backfield. Able to get about 6 or 7 yards on that one. So 14-0, 4:45 remaining. And the hometown Joplin Crusaders trying to get on the board here. Trips to the right now. Kendall Holmes takes the snap. Fakes it. Runs. Gets the first down and more. As he goes out of bounds just past the 30-yard line. He just calls his own number and makes the most of it. They keyed in on the running back but did not account for his speed. He was able to get it down at around the 27-yard line. 4:23 remaining in the second quarter. Crusaders not trying to rush anything. They'll be very happy if they can get a touchdown to go into the locker room. So bunch formation, trips to the right here. Holmes with the ball, looking to escape the blitz. Decides the run, and Wichita's defense not making much of that. He may have gotten a yard at best. As this next offensive play will take place inside of 4 minutes remaining in the opening half. There's a flag down on the field. Waiting for the officials. They are saying it's holding against Wichita. So that is a big 5-yard penalty. And the home crowd just hasn't had much to cheer for. So if they can get a score here, I think it will ignite some passion here at Fred Hughes Stadium to start the third quarter. Ball is at the 22. They were very close to scoring, but they had a 4th down interception their last time out on offense. Ball whistled into play by the referees. Holmes takes a snap, fakes it, passes. It's caught, breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, and goes inside the 5-yard line. Big reception made there by Tajavin Curry. And the best opportunity to get into the end zone tonight. Ball at the 5. Holmes steps up to, and it looks like he may be calling an audible, and they give it directly to the running back. And we're going to see, do they get the signal for a touchdown? He's celebrating. And that is a touchdown here for Joplin. Number 29, Elliott Hawkins. Striking first blood for the Crusaders tonight, and is now 14-6 with 3:42 remaining. We can tee that up on the replay really quick, just see how he was able to get the direct snap and barrel his way into the end zone. Quarterback looks like he was calling audible, but a little bit of trickeration there on the play call. And is able to do the big boy spike there in the end zone, and it's 14-6. Man in motion on the conversion attempt now. Takes a snap. Fakes it, passes, and the 2-point conversion is good. Taj Curry with the reception there, getting it from his quarterback, Kendall Holmes. And we are now at 14-8 with 3:42 remaining in the first half. We'll take a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back. This is Central Midwest football action on the Southern Sports Network.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
So a major play that was A trick play designed for the running back getting into the end zone, and the Joplin Crusaders are able to put 8 points on the board after the conversion pass. And it looks like a squib kick here, recovered at the 41-yard line. Wichita will have the ball at the 45, 3:34 remaining. And it's back in the hands of Javante Stewart, who already has 2 touchdown passes tonight for the Skyhawks, looking to upset the apple cart and pull off the win on the road here. Elliott Hawkins with that touchdown run. And Taj Curry with the 2-point conversion reception from his quarterback, Kendall Holmes. And that's the story. After the first play of the second quarter was an offensive touchdown for 41 yards from Javante Stewart to his receiver, who was Kendrick Liggins. First down run play here. Goes for maybe 2 to 3 yards. Once again, want to thank everybody who may be watching on the SSN app, or if you can hear my nauseating voice in the stadium. Mike Stewart here calling a game, Central Midwest Football League action here in Joplin, Missouri, as the sun sets with the beautiful sky behind the stage lights. And a gorgeous night for some football, with it being 63 degrees outside. So, second down and 8 to go. Stewart with the snap, pressure on the outside, able to run. And he gets hit in midfield, but decides to take the defender with him as well for a couple more yards. Next play will take place inside of 2.5 minutes here in the first half. Game has had a slow, average to slow pace, but it's had its fair share of moments here. Both defenses have been doing the most that they can with their own opportunities. And we have a timeout on the field. We're going to take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Southern Sports Network.
Just so you know, nobody can use
deep down in my bones, I know that I am prone.
I miss him too.
Love brings us here. Together's where we all belong. You're my home. I'm okay. My home.
Having a body is tough. Exercising, sports, work, and life itself can leave you feeling tense at any age. The Trainer's Table is here for you. No appointments or memberships needed, because you can't always plan ahead for when you're physically sore. The Trainer's Table. Let us stretch you.
So just over 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. 2:02 remaining in the second quarter. Mike Stewart calling tonight's game. It is Semi-Pro Saturday here in Joplin, Missouri on the Southern Sports Network. And that is going to be a flag. Not sure what exactly happened, but the referee is signaling it may have been a false start. We'll wait for the official call. So still waiting for the official call from the referee here. 2:02 remaining, and this has been an early onslaught in the aerial passing game for Wichita. 2 lengthy touchdown passes, but then Joplin able to march down the field, get their first score of the night, and a 2-point passing conversion to make this 14-8. Stewart takes a snap, fires it to his receiver, throws it past the 40-yard line, and that is number 1, Dominique Webb. Complete for a first down for the Skyhawks. It's going to be at the 38-yard line. And we are now inside 2 minutes. Trips to the left on your screen watching on SSN. Stewart with the ball, throws it, and he just threw a Donovan McNabb style pass back when he played in the NFL, just throwing it to the turf. For those of you who remember watching the Eagles back in the 90s and early 2000s when McNabb was quarterback, probably the most frustrating thing he would do is he would throw it at people's knees. So 141 remaining in regulation here in the second quarter. We'll take some time out for halftime, let some commercials run, pay some bills after this first half comes to an end, and get right back for the second half of action here for you. Stewart under center is the quarterback here for Wichita. Feels the pressure coming along, and he's going to take a sack. Coming up, Roses is number 94, and again, we don't have a number for him on the roster, unfortunately, so I'm not sure who 94 would be, but 2 big sacks regardless on the game tonight. 119 and counting until we end this first half of action. Inside a minute 10 now, as the Skyhawks take their time in the offensive huddle. Ball at the 48-yard line. Stewart under center is the quarterback here for Wichita. Takes the snap. Lets it go in the air. And they were really going back and forth there at around the 25-yard line, but it looks like it may have fallen incomplete. Officially 38.2 seconds remaining before we go to halftime. There's a penalty flag down on the field. Waiting to see what the referee calls here. And they're calling this against Joplin. So what the Crusaders absolutely did not need inside of a minute. You trim this to a 6-point game in what looks to be a pass interference call. As the margins got tightened, and Joplin just shot themselves in the foot there on that play. Officially now at the 29-yard line. Stewart with the ball, throws it. And officially called incomplete. There's no penalty flag that we see on a field, so Stewart just wasn't able to connect to his receiver there. 31 seconds remaining. And Joplin has to find a way to be able to stop Wichita on this drive, with the pass interference call allowing them to go deep inside home territory here. Ball at the 31, guy get to the 21 here to get the first down. Stewart with the ball. Pressure coming along the outside edge. Throws it, gets rid of it. And he had an open man in the end zone who could not hang on to the football. So that could have been a significant break for the Crusaders here. I mean, he was wide open if we had that on replay. And just as he gets rid of it, it was a breadbasket catch if he could have came up with it, and that would have been a big shift in momentum. 22.8 seconds remaining here. 3rd down and 10. Ball at the 31. So trips to the right. Pressure coming for Joplin. Javante Stewart takes the snap. Still on his feet. And a great catch there inside the 20-yard line to keep the drive alive for Wichita. Literally caught it as he was on his knees. That was number 83 for the Skyhawks, Steven Spencer. There's some debate here in the booth whether or not he was out of bounds. Looks like he caught it on his knees, inbounds at the 19, watching it live, but we're waiting for the official call. 15 seconds on the clock here. So we're waiting just for the clock to be adjusted to 15 seconds remaining. Clock currently showing 1.2.
Roger that.
So still just waiting for adjustment here for the play clock to hit 15 seconds. And both teams getting a free offensive huddle as a result of the clock adjustment. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be right back. This is Southern Sports Network.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty, with her wafers on in the summer sun. Her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long.
The College of Business and Technology at Northeastern State University is where education meets industry. Our in-demand undergraduate and graduate programs have real-world focus with practical workforce applications. Choose from degrees in accounting, marketing, supply chain management, information systems, healthcare administration, data analytics, and more. Lead with experience from Northeastern State University.
Play clock officially adjusted, 15 seconds here before halftime, and we'll let you guys know we're going to be playing commercials here during the halftime. We do hope you support our sponsors. But if you want to check out that Lakers-Nuggets game or some UFC, you could do so in the meantime. Pass complete down to the 14-yard line. Again, Mike Stewart calling tonight's game for Southern Sports Network. Central Midwest Football League action as the 3-1 Joplin Crusaders are currently trailing 14-8 to the 1-2 Wichita Skyhawks. 9.9 seconds remaining now. Crusaders need a stop to be able to have some momentum going into the locker room here. And Javante Stewart, the quarterback number 2 for the Wichita Skyhawks, looking to get his third touchdown pass of the night here to try to expand what is currently a 6-point lead. Trips to the right on your screen. Flanked by his running back, Javante Stewart takes the snap and he fumbles it. Gets rid of it. And that one looked to be uncatchable, so I think it will remain incomplete without a flag. 2.9 seconds remaining here. So again, halftime will be supporting our sponsors, paying bills like we normally do. We hope you take time to support our sponsors throughout the SSN. Special shout out to Dean Blandino, the XFL president of officiating, who did a commercial spot for us. And Bob Stoops, the coach of the XFL champion Dallas Renegades. Small world. Both of them doing spots for SSN. And we'll take a timeout here, and we will be back in 30 seconds on the Southern Sports Network.
Some might say I'm an ideas guy. I'd like to think of myself more as a doer. I like to make things happen, both for myself and for the people my businesses serve. Signature Bank has been crucial in that for me. From starting my moving businesses, to expanding into mobile minis, all the way to our current office and warehouse space. Signature has advised and supported me every step of the way.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
And we're back live, so here we go. Looks like it's going to be a field goal attempt from roughly 36 yards. Drills it down the middle, and they're saying it is no good. So, ladies and gentlemen, that field goal attempt, no good. It is the end of the first half. Our score here at Fred Hughes Stadium on the campus of Missouri Southern State University. Wichita Skyhawks leading the Joplin Crusaders by a score of 14-8. We will be back after we pay some bills and have a couple commercial breaks. Feel free to support our sponsors, but if you want to check out that Lakers-Nuggets game or UFC Fight Night, now be the time for you. We'll be right back on Southern Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
A tradition of educational excellence, more than a century in the making, continues in Broken Arrow. Here, supportive faculty, in-demand undergraduate and graduate degrees, and affordable tuition make Northeastern State University your transfer destination. Finish what you started.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going to change this now. Spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going to change this, ripping out pages. I'm going to change this now.
At Northeastern State University in Muskogee, we take care of our students so they can take care of others. Choose from a variety of healthcare degrees, including physician assistant studies, nursing, occupational therapy, speech-language pathology, and more. Answer the call at Northeastern State University.
I can feel the warmth deep down in my bones. I know that I am home.
I miss him too.
Love brings us here. Together's where we all belong. You're my home. My home.
The College of Education at Northeastern State University prepares educators, mental health providers, and fitness or health professionals with undergraduate and graduate programs. Choose from degrees in elementary, secondary education, special education, health and human performance, psychology, and more. Be ready from day one at Northeastern State University.
Some might say I'm an ideas guy. I'd like to think of myself more as a doer. I like to make things happen, both for myself and for the people my businesses serve. Signature Bank has been crucial in that for me, from starting my moving businesses to expanding into mobile minis, all the way to our current office and warehouse space. Signature has advised and supported me every step of the way.
The College of Business and Technology at Northeastern State University is where education meets industry. Our in-demand undergraduate and graduate programs have real-world focus with practical workforce applications. Choose from degrees in accounting, marketing, supply chain management, information systems, healthcare administration, data analytics, and more. Lead with experience from Northeastern State University. College of Liberal Arts at Northeastern State University is innovative, engaging, life-changing, empowering. Choose from undergraduate and graduate degrees in the arts and fine arts, languages, criminal justice, social work, and more. Be inspired at Northeastern State University. We are computer science pros, chemists and lab technicians, health professionals, mathematicians, and science educators. We are the Greg Wadley College of Science and Health Professions at Northeastern State University. Choose from degrees in natural sciences, health and pre-health professions, mathematics and computer science, and more. Discover the possibilities at Northeastern State University.
Having a body is tough. Exercising, sports, work, and life itself can leave you feeling tense at any age. The Trainer's Table is here for you. No appointments or memberships needed because you can't always plan ahead for when you're physically sore. The Trainer's Table. Let us stretch you.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty, with her wayfares on in the summer sun. Her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long.
My name's Todd Harden, and I am Todd's Coffee. The reason I do this to begin with is because I really want people to experience coffee. What I'm doing and what other roasters are doing as well is, we're trying to figure out what the bean is trying to tell us. My goal and my customer really is, there's probably 2 out of 10 people that could taste the difference in one of my better roasts versus an average roast. If I can make those people happy, I'm making everybody happy. And so that's kind of my philosophy when it comes to roasting. You can just go to toddscoffee.com. You can get a whole bean, or I'll grind it for you. Either way, there'll be a drop down in there that you can order it that way. So order some coffee.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
Having a body is tough. Exercising, sports, work, and life itself can leave you feeling tense at any age. The Trainer's Table is here for you. No appointments or memberships needed because you can't always plan ahead for when you're physically sore. The Trainer's Table. Let us stretch you.
The College of Liberal Arts at Northeastern State University is innovative, engaging, life-changing, empowering. Choose from undergraduate and graduate degrees in the arts and fine arts, languages, criminal justice, social work, and more. Be inspired at Northeastern State University.
Hi, Peyton Hillis here for Ozark Sports Supply and Casual Clothing. I've scored for the Hogs and for the NFL, but now my whole family has scored big finding this amazing store. Ozark Sportsman has everything a sportsman wants. The best firearm selection and gun safe choices anywhere in Northwest Arkansas. And a 15-lane indoor range and so much more. Ozark Outpost Clothing has all the hot boutique brands for women. And hey guys, our favorite brands also. Score big savings on top brands and follow me to Ozark Sports Supply and Casual Clothing.
The College of Business and Technology at Northeastern State University is where education meets industry. Our in-demand undergraduate and graduate programs have real-world focus with practical workforce applications. Choose from degrees in accounting, marketing, supply chain management, information systems, healthcare administration, data analytics, and more. Lead with experience from Northeastern State University.
Some might say I'm an ideas guy. I'd like to think of myself more as a doer. I like to make things happen, both for myself and for the people my businesses serve. Signature Bank has been crucial in that for me, from starting my moving businesses to expanding into mobile minis, all the way to our current office and warehouse space. Signature has advised and supported me every step of the way.
A tradition of educational excellence, more than a century in the making, continues in Broken Arrow. Here, supportive faculty, in-demand undergraduate and graduate degrees, and affordable tuition make Northeastern State University your transfer destination. Finish what you started.
Hello everyone, I'm Bob Stoops. I'd like to introduce you to Southern Sports Network as they will broadcast high school sports for Catoosa, Chickasaw, Bayan, Inola, and Green Forest. Download the SSN app and like them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And Boomer Sooner to everybody.
At Northeastern State University in Muskogee, we take care of our students so they can take care of others. Choose from a variety of healthcare degrees, including physician assistant studies, nursing, occupational therapy, speech-language pathology, and more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, first play here of the scoring to open up tonight's action. 17-yard touchdown pass. That was Javante Stewart of Wichita Skyhawks to Dominique Webb as he was doing the land shark performance here. As you see, there's a cheerleading performance going on in the background. Our second scoring play was Wichita, and that is the 17-yard reception. You see the land shark dance for basically Dominique Webb. This is the scoring touchdown run that was made that basically made it to where it was 14-8. That was Elliott Hawkins on a 5-yard touchdown run to give Joplin a score. And so right here we have it on the two-point conversion where he throws it to Taj Curry, number 6. And that was the score, 14-8. We did have the second touchdown, the 41-yard pass here. And this is it, which gave Wichita a 14-0 lead. Throwing it downfield, and then he finds number 13, Kedrick Liggins. We'll be back in 2 minutes, start of the third quarter, live on Southern Sports Network.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty, with her wayfarers on in the summer sun. Her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long.
The College of Business and Technology at Northeastern State University is where education meets industry. Our in-demand undergraduate and graduate programs have real-world focus with practical workforce applications. Choose from degrees in accounting, marketing, supply chain management, information systems, healthcare administration, data analytics, and more. Lead with experience from Northeastern State University.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we are live as we're getting ready to go back. So we're going to try to play these in sequence. This was the first quarter touchdown by the Wichita Skyhawks. 17-yard pass from Javante Stewart to number 1 Dominique Webb, as you see him doing the Land Shark celebration. 7-0 Wichita. So this put them up 14-0 the very first play of the second quarter. Again, this is Javante Stewart. Throws a lazy floater, which is eventually caught by number 13 Keedrick Liggins for 41 yards out, and that makes it 14-0. Then you see where the hometown Joplin Crusaders were able to get on the board. Fighting for a 5-yard run is number 29 Elliott Hawkins, and they are able to cut even further into the lead with this 2-point conversion attempt. And this is a pass that's completed to number 6 Taj Curry, which makes the score 14-8 here in Central Midwest Football League action. We are getting ready to start the third quarter. Halftime is over. Mike Stewart calling the game live for Southern Sports Network as we look to see if Joplin can improve to 4-1 or if they will drop down to 3-2 while Wichita is able to improve to 500. Very competitive game here in the CMFL as we look to get started third quarter action as we take one more 60-second timeout. This is live on SSN.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
So as the Denver Nuggets take a 58-55 lead in Game 3 over the Los Angeles Lakers, the LeBron James Mafia probably burning themselves in effigy. We are live back here on the campus of Missouri Southern State University in Fred Hughes Stadium. Kickoff of the second half is underway. Recovered at the 20-yard line. Joplin looking to make the most of this opportunity, crossing past the 40. At the 45 and is able to get it right out of bounds. Exactly at midfield. Mike Stewart calling the game for the Southern Sports Network. We just played highlights of the first half scores. And if you need to rewind the live feedback a little bit, we actually did it twice. But we were in the middle of a cheerleading performance by the local cheerleading team here. Looking to go to nationals in New Jersey, I believe. They're doing a 50-50 raffle for everybody that is here at the game in Joplin. So first offensive play of the second half getting ready to get started here. As we are coming up upon 9 o'clock here Central Standard Time. Under center for Joplin is quarterback number 1, Kendall Holmes. Looking to take this 6-point deficit, see if they can't take the lead for the first time tonight as Trips is to the left. Gives it to his running back. And able to go for about 3 yards on the run. Brought down by number 35 for Wichita. That is going to be Jerron Caraway. Second down and 7 upcoming. Trips to the left again. Quarterback takes the snap, fakes it, throws over the middle, and it's caught. Goes past the 40-yard line and is able to break away down at about the 33. Good reception there for the Crusaders to cross the sticks, get the first down, and keep the drive going. Pass reception made by number 17, that's Aaron Willis. Ball at the 32. And back-to-back first down here for the Joplin Crusaders. And that was not a good play call. Immediately stopped in the backfield. Tackle by number 18 for the Skyhawks. That is Earl Herney. Herney making some big plays on defense for Wichita here tonight as we get down inside 12 and a half minutes remaining in the third quarter. And it looks like we have a timeout here. We're going to give it 60 seconds before we get back to live action. The score, Skyhawks 14, Crusaders 8. We'll be live back on SSN in just a moment. Coming back early, it was a flag for offsetting penalties. Balls at the 36. 14-8. Skyhawks lead the Crusaders live on SSN from Joplin, Missouri. And we have a jailbreak blitz here. Quarterback able to run back out of it, but I don't think he got any further past the original line of scrimmage. May have lost a couple of yards on that play. Going to wait to see where they put the official line of scrimmage here. So a gain of about 3. You got the quarterback, Kendall Holmes, calling his own number. So going from the 36 down to the 33, officially a gain of 3. And they're going to need to get about to the 22-yard line. Actually, yeah. 22-yard line will be where they need to get the first down at. 4 receivers set here. Running back flanking Holmes. Man in motion here, takes the snap. Blitz coming. Finds his receiver. Caught immediately and slammed to the turf. Wichita able to read that one pretty well. Tackled again by number 6. That was Ira Autry for the Skyhawks, but we have a penalty flag down on the field. Waiting to see what they're calling. Looks to be against Wichita. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And with 11:31 here remaining in the third quarter. The drive is continuing for Joplin. These fans are getting pretty excited here. Wondering if maybe a little bit of fatigue is taking place here on the defensive side of things for Wichita. Leading for the entire game, but are under threat of giving that up here in the third quarter, as Joplin was able to get the final score of the first half and expand upon it with that 2-point conversion that we showed you in our halftime highlights. Trips to the left, gives it to the running back, able to get past the first down marker down to the 20-yard line, and they're going to move those chains. Joplin Crusaders get the first down. So it could very well be a tale of two halves here. Wichita able to jot out that 2-touchdown lead, but now they are under immediate threat to give up the lead for the first time in the ballgame tonight. And this is why the Crusaders are 3-1 in Central Midwest Football League action. Trips to the left. Quarterback under center. Throws it over the middle. Caught! Inside the 5-yard line. A tremendous pass there. Officially spotted at the 4, and we'll tee it up on the replay here. They bring the blitz. Holmes is patient, waits to find his receiver, and that's all she wrote. So here we go, first and goal now. Ball at the 4-yard line. Trips to the left again, gives it to his running back. Holmes runs on his own, looks to find it, and he just throws the ball away after he got outside of the tackle box there. So now it is the Wichita Skyhawks defense, which played so well early on, now under pressure themselves, as they were hoping, and still are hoping, obviously, to see if they can make it out here with a 500 record of 2-2, but that looks to be all the more immediately pressing with this opening drive here by the hometown Joplin Crusaders. Coming out of the huddle here. So again, ball at the 4-yard line here, 10:18 remaining in the third quarter. First drive of the third quarter for either team. Joplin with the ball. Quarterback takes a snap, gives it to his running back. Able to get maybe a yard, and we're looking at about third down and goal here after that gain of probably a yard. Clock ticking down inside 10 minutes here. A touchdown would tie the game, and then it would be up to any extra point attempt to try to change the lead here. Crusaders content with letting the clock run as they slowly come out of the huddle. 9:45 and counting here in the third. So man in motion, quarterback takes a snap. He's going to call his own number and gets into the end zone for a Joplin Crusader touchdown. Kendall Holmes, he obviously set up the fake quarterback audible, which allowed his running back to get the first score of the game, but now he takes it in for a score of his own. We got a tie ball game here, folks, with 9:20 remaining in the third. Any score here will give the Joplin Crusaders their first lead of the night. As Kendall Holmes was able to run in that touchdown. If they score here, it end up being a 16-14 lead. Four receivers set. Man in motion as Holmes takes the snap. Fakes it to his running back. He's going to take it in himself. 2-point conversion is good. So Joplin takes their first lead of the night officially with 9:17 remaining in the third quarter. We will be back with the replay of the touchdown after a 30-second break. This is Southern Sports Network.
Deep down in my bones, I know that I am home.
I miss him too.
Love brings us here. Together's where we all belong. You're my home. I'm okay. My home.
Having a body is tough. Exercising, sports, work, and life itself can leave you feeling tense at any age. The Trainer's Table is here for you. No appointments or memberships needed because you can't always plan ahead for when you're physically sore. The Trainer's Table. Let us stretch you.
And we are back live. We'll show the replay real quick of the touchdown run, the 2-point conversion. This is all Kendall Holmes here. And basically the 3-yard run, and he was able to get into the end zone, calls his own number, after he set up that beautiful fake audible to allow the first score of the night, just rumbles into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion run that he also ran in allowed for the lead, and we'll show that here as well. And he just fakes and is able to call his own number and runs up the visitor side of the stadium to give the Joplin Crusaders their first lead. And it looks like there was a onside kick. And it looks like the Crusaders were covered. I wonder if we have that on replay or not. We'll have to go and see what happened. And they come up with the football. Joplin football immediately after they take the 16-14 lead. And you can probably hear support staff here in the press box is ecstatic about what happened there for them to get the special teams play. So we'll take a 30-second break, but a huge play to shift momentum further than what it was already shifted. After the touchdown and the two-point conversion, Crusaders going to have the ball again. We'll be back on Southern Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going to change.
We're back live, so for those of you who missed it, and we didn't get it on film exactly because we were playing the replay of the touchdown and the two-point conversion run by Kendall Holmes, but an onside kick here gives the Joplin Crusaders the ball back with a 16-14 lead, their first lead of the night, as we hit 9 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Mike Stewart calling the game here in Central Midwest Football League action here for the Southern Sports Network. I want to thank everybody who's been watching here tonight. And it's been a slow but deliberately exciting game. It's a traditional football pace. You know, you're so used to watching college football in the Big 12 and the SEC where they do this run and gun, empty open gun passing attack. This football game is the antithesis of that, but it's still exciting if you like watching what I like to sum up as an ultimate human chess game, if you will. So back at midfield, Joplin with the lead, first lead of the night after they trailed 14-0. Keep in mind, they were down 14-0 at one point in this game, and they're now up 16-14. So 16 consecutive points. Quarterback takes the snap. He's going to call his own number like he did on that touchdown, that two-point conversion. Gets the first down and more, and able to get down past the 35-yard line. First down, Crusaders. So again, this is just basically Kendall Holmes putting the game into his hands and deciding that he's had enough of it, and he's going to just do what he has to do to put Joplin on top and ride this momentum out into the third quarter. Steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and the Crusaders, with a 2-point lead, looking to build upon that as Wichita is tiring and they are growing weary here, down with just over 8 minutes remaining in our third quarter tonight. So Joplin with the ball, got the ball at home, and they crowd hadn't been that loud, but I think they're just happy that they are still in the ball game here. Holmes gets sacked immediately, and I'm not sure what happened there, but it looked like you got guys on Wichita that are still wanting to compete out there and stay competitive. That was number 34. That's Samson Ginty. And we may be experiencing technical difficulties. If we are, I don't know if you are able to hear the game feed, but we do appreciate everybody who is trying to watch. Returning to the game here, and we have it to where quarterback is still under center, trips to the right. Passes, and it looks like it was down and incomplete. So, again, we may be experiencing technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know if the broadcast is live at the moment, but if it is, we do appreciate you sticking with us as we are going through a couple things here.
No, it's not on the screen. It just says no transitions to download. It's like a page that's not on there.
So 5 receivers set here. They're going empty gun for the first time tonight. And it looks like there might have been a false start for the slot receiver for Joplin. That is number 4, Lupe Prado Jr., one of the team captains for the Crusaders here, resulting in the penalty. Ball officially spotted at the 44-yard line. It looks like what was initially empty gun formation is back now to a 4-receiver set. Holmes with the ball. Blitz coming, and he nearly got sacked, but was able to break away from it. Throws, fires, and was able to make the catch at around the 22-yard line. So still live here on SSN. Once again, want to thank everybody for watching. We are undergoing some technical difficulties, but thankfully we are still live on the air. Mike Stewart calling a game here for everyone. Want to thank you for tuning into this Central Midwest Football League game tonight between the Joplin Crusaders, who are currently leading 16-14 over the Wichita Skyhawks. Trips to the right here. Holmes under center, takes the ball, gives it to his running back, and he's on the loose. Goes for about 4 yards, and he is brought down on the visitor sideline. So hard running made there. Looked like it was number 25. That's Zachary Rutherford. We're down to 6:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Just a time-eating drive, which is very beneficial if you are now Joplin. If you can top this off with a score, could be the most critical drive of the evening, even bigger than taking the lead. Holmes with the ball. The blitz came immediately and was able to escape it. And he's got another man. He just throws it. And that one just flew out incomplete. So, as we're continuing here, 5:48 remaining in the third quarter, Joplin able to eat a lot of clock off of that drive there. So, the Crusaders able to make the most of their opportunities as they are looking to continue here, making substitutions as they are currently in what appears to be a 3rd down and 6 situation. And it looks like it is officially in between the 16 and the 17-yard line. So we're at the 16.5-yard line is where the ball is currently spotted. Four receivers set. You got the running back flanking Kendall Holmes, the quarterback here for Joplin. Takes the ball. Gives it to his running back. Fakes it. Still runs. Throws. And that one was in a sea full of defenders, and it just fell incomplete. Lucky one intercepted there, the way Wichita has been able to snipe out these passes in the first half. As we were at 5:47 now remaining in the third quarter. Once again, thankful for everybody that's watching on SSN. It looks like our production team, our excellent production team who's been able to cover this game tonight, our producer of one here basically just doing yeoman's work here on the production truck. So big shout out to him. And so we just want to give special thanks to everybody who is watching this game. And we appreciate basically a crew of 3 tonight covering the game. And so we are rolling here. So special thanks to Jackson McAfee holding it down for the production truck here tonight. We would not be able to broadcast this game without him and our cameraman. As we are back to a 4-receiver set for Joplin. Quarterback takes a snap. Gets rid of the ball, throws it, and he caught it! And that's another touchdown for Joplin! So a big-time reception, and it looks like that went for about, let's see what the replay does. We'll bring it back up here. And Joplin's going to expand their lead here, basically. The ball was at the 16.5-yard line, so we'll call it 17 yards. And it was just caught by number 6. That's Taj Curry getting his touchdown catch. He caught the 2-point conversion earlier tonight. And it is now 22-14 with an extra point attempt coming up here. So 2-point conversion attempt, throws it, and it looks like it's an interception here. And they are on the move. And it looks just the speed, tremendous effort there, brought down at the 41-yard line. And that was number 24 there for the Wichita Skyhawks, B.J. Richards. So he was able to get that, bring it back. But the bigger story at hand, Joplin, 22-14 over Wichita after trailing this game 14-0. We will be right back after 60 seconds, 5.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter on.
Some might say I'm an ideas guy. I'd like to think of myself more as a doer. I like to make things happen, both for myself and for the people my businesses serve. Signature Bank has been crucial in that for me. From starting my moving businesses, to expanding into mobile minis, all the way to our current office and warehouse space. Signature has advised and supported me every step of the way.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
A 17-yard touchdown catch by Taj Curry opens this up for the Joplin Crusaders. We welcome you back to SSN's coverage of the Central Midwest Football League. Mike Stewart calling the game as Joplin has scored 22 unanswered points. The counter an early 14-0 advantage by the Wichita Skyhawks. And on the campus of MSSU here at 9:20 p.m., we now have to an 8-point advantage for the team that was favored and is looking to improve to a 4-1 record. Ball goes into the end zone for a touchback. And now Wichita has to do something as they are still down trailing by a full possession, but they cannot allow this lead to go any further because it looks like the Crusaders are set to run away with this thing. So it's in the hands of Javante Stewart, number 2, who is the Skyhawks quarterback. He has done so much here to get them to a 14-0 advantage here. But he has to come up with magic again after he has thrown 2 touchdown passes. But those seem so long ago, again, with the hometown Crusaders scoring 22 straight points. And nothing going here on this first down run. Maybe a gain of a yard, as the Crusaders may have finally figured it out. So, again, we'll just go over the scoring, and we won't necessarily play the highlights because we are playing a live game here. But we will just talk about the scores as we're waiting on the second down run. And we'll go over those after this play, but the Wichita Skyhawks are going trips to the left here. Stewart with the football. Feels the blitz coming. Able to run out of bounds at the 29-yard line, but the first 2 touchdowns were Wichita, and they had full momentum of this football game. Stewart was able to find Dominique Webb for 17 yards. And the very first play of the second quarter, he was able to find number 13, Keetrick Liggins, for a 41-yard pass reception. Joplin finally got on the board as the first half was coming to a close, as Elliott Hawkins, number 29, was able to score on a trick touchdown run play where the quarterback, Kendall Holmes, acted like he was about to call an audible. Then Taj Curry caught the 2-point conversion, which made it 14-8 at halftime. Holmes ran a 3-yard run and a 2-point conversion to give Joplin their first lead of the night at 16-14. Then Curry catches a 17-yard touchdown pass, although the conversion was almost a disaster for Joplin as Wichita almost took it back the other way for a score. And we're now at 22-14 inside of 5 minutes. Pass caught inside the 40. But boy, did he take a hit after that one. When we can get that one on a replay. Javante Stewart able to find his man, but he paid a price for this one. The late John Madden would say he'll feel that in the morning. It looks like it moves the chains, though, for Wichita, which is something that they desperately need right now. Ball officially spotted at the 40 with 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Stewart with the ball, under pressure, throws it, and I don't know if he lost that in the headlights or what exactly happened, but it falls incomplete. Clock stops with 3:40 remaining in quarter number 3. The Crusaders have just entirely flipped this game on its head, with all the momentum being on the side of the black and red and gold. Skyhawks trying to figure something out here. Trips to the right. Stewart under center at quarterback. Takes the ball, gives it to his running back, and he's going nowhere. Might have lost a yard, if that. Either it's a no gain or he lost a yard on the play. Pretty much what it is. So inside 3.5 minutes here. And if you are the Joplin Crusaders, the clock is your best friend right now. But there's one way Wichita can counter that. They're going to have to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to deadlock this game. At least at the moment. And the ball is fumbled. Stewart has to lay on it. So that's officially going to go to number 84, Adonis Talbert, for the sack. He was just able to get on top of Stewart after that play happened, and clock ticking down inside 2.5 minutes here. So Joplin very content with just letting the clock run after they've rattled off 22 straight. Because now we're in a 4th and long situation, and it looks like the Skyhawks are just going to punt this thing. Kickoff returner situated between midfield and the 40-yard line here for Joplin. And the referees whistle this one dead. So not sure if we got a penalty here on the play or exactly if there was something that they didn't like that they saw before the snap went off. So 1:58 remaining in the third quarter. It looks like it is officially a flag, and then Wichita was able to get some breathing room there for that punt. It looks like it was a 5-yard penalty on Joplin. Wichita getting their personnel in for a safe punt. The blitz was coming, and they were able to get it off. Goes down at the 40. And it's going to take a Wichita Skyhawks bounce at the 39-yard line. We're going to take a minute as the team switch sides here late in the third quarter. And we have Joplin up by a score of 22-14.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty, with her wayfarers on in the summer sun. Her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long.
The College of Business and Technology at Northeastern State University is where education meets industry. Our in-demand undergraduate and graduate programs have real-world focus with practical workforce applications. Choose from degrees in accounting, marketing, supply chain management, information systems, healthcare administration, data analytics, and more. Lead with experience from Northeastern State University.
Back to live action here. First play on this new drive for the Joplin Crusaders. Looks like a run of about 2 there. And they may just run this thing down to the fourth quarter after they were able to get 2 consecutive touchdowns here in third quarter action. Looks like it's officially going to be a gain of 1, or actually it'd be 2. Started at the 39, now at the 41, so it'll be second down and 8. So clock ticking down. They will probably snap this inside 1 minute remaining in the third quarter, and they will. Trips to the right now, bunch formation. Quarterback takes the snap. Holmes fires. Able to get it near midfield as his receiver goes out of bounds at the 49. They officially put him at the 48. That was number 22 with the reception. Zach Banahan. 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And this has been all Joplin since the end of the second quarter here. 3 receivers set for the Crusaders. Skyhawks looking for some to try to get them back into the game here. Not that they're not in the game, but they've lost all momentum at this point. Still running. And again, that's just a matter of Kendall Holmes calling his own number like he did on that touchdown and 2-point conversion from earlier tonight. Earlier in the third quarter, as a matter of fact. Clock inside 30 seconds here in the third quarter. And if you are a Joplin Crusaders fan, you are just content with what you've been seeing here. Meanwhile, this could be a horrendous bus ride for Wichita back to Kansas. And that's going to be the final play of the quarter. So we're going to let this one tick down. And they are just going to switch sides of the field here. 7, 6, 5, and that will end the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to take a 60-second break. We will be back on the other side of this break. Mike Stewart calling fourth quarter action of the Central Midwest Football League as the Joplin Crusaders hold a 22-14 lead over the Wichita Skyhawks here on the Southern Sports Network.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
So the story of tonight's game, the hometown Joplin Crusaders looking to improve to 4-1 after scoring 22 consecutive points when the Wichita Skyhawks had a 14-0 advantage. Mike Stewart calling the game tonight here for the Southern Sports Network, and it was all good just 2 quarters ago if you were a Wichita fan. After that first play of the second quarter, they were up 14-0, but now they are looking to just try to stop any and everything at this point. A necessary sack for Wichita to try to curb this momentum that the hometown Skyhawks have gathered. And that looked to be number 24, if we can bring that up on the replay. I believe that was B.J. Richards, who has been all over the football on the defensive end for the Skyhawks tonight. So we are just waiting for Joplin to come out of the huddle here. And again, they're just really happy with just letting the ball run down, and the clock is their friend at this point. And if they get a second score, that may put it out of reach. 4 receivers set. Holmes with the ball, throws it over the middle, and he threw it into coverage, but there's a penalty flag that was thrown by the referee. Didn't like what he saw. Don't know if that's PI. But all indications by the wide receiver makes it think that it might be a automatic first down for Joplin. So it is pass interference on the defense, which on top of the catch, things are just going downhill quickly if you're a Wichita Skyhawks fan. 14:09 remaining here in this fourth and final quarter. Unless the Skyhawks can do something to try to force extra time beyond regulation here. Ball at the 39-yard line. Kendall Holmes, rushing touchdown, passing touchdown. And the Joplin Crusaders just content with the tempo here. Trips to the left in a bunch formation. Takes the ball, fakes to his running back. It went to the turf and just kind of skipped off it. Kind of like a rock skipping off the river there, falling incomplete. 14:01 remaining in the fourth quarter. So waiting for the Crusaders to call their offensive play. Wichita still going with their 4 defensive linemen, but they have got to be fatigued at this point given the pace of how the game has went effectively from the end of the first half when that first score took place for Joplin. Holmes snaps the ball, gives it to his running back, and credit to the defensive line of the Skyhawks, only letting the Joplin tailback go for about 1 to 2 yards. Clock ticks down inside of 13 and a half minutes here, be when the next offensive snap will take place. Sets it up for a 3rd down and 8 yards to go. The ball's going to be at the 38-yard line. They have to get it to inside the 30 to keep the drive alive here. 13:20 remaining as they come back to the huddle. D linemen line up for Wichita, looking to bring pressure. Holmes, plenty of time, runs out of the pocket, throws it to his running back, able to get past the 35-yard line and carry defenders with him all the way down to the 21-yard line. Tremendous effort for Joplin. And as we already know, Elliott Hawkins has a touchdown once tonight, and he just barreled his body with 3 broken tackles and dives to the 21. And the way that the momentum has been going, if Joplin scores here, it could put the entire game on ice here in the fourth quarter. Holmes with the ball, still plenty of time, and he's just going to do a quarterback keeper. Down inside the 10, and he gets down to the 1-yard line, not able to stop that tackle. But again, it's just Wichita, their defense is exhausted. Holmes has been running consistently when they leave gaps in coverage. And now they're 3 feet away from taking a 2-possession lead here, which early in the second quarter, this seemed unthinkable. Holmes calling the play in with a 4-receiver set. Walks up to the line. This may be another run. And it is, just like how they scored the first touchdown. And it's 6 points good. It's deja vu all over again. And we have a second touchdown run for Elliott Hawkins. They ran that exactly how they had their first touchdown here tonight, where literally Holmes got out of the way, and they just let Hawkins barrel his way down like he did on that 5-yard touchdown to open up scoring for Joplin at the end of the first half. Now it's 28-14, 2-touchdown lead. A conversion here could make it 30-14. Under center. Looks to get rid of it. And it looks like that may have fallen incomplete. So 28-14 with 11:46 remaining here in the fourth quarter. We will be back after 60 seconds here on Southern Sports Network. We are back live, and again, talking with some of Joplin's coaching and filming team here, just how good Kendall Hawkins is. Basically, just the fact that Wichita's defense has been broken down, and they are fatigued. Because there's no other way that you're able to run that same play. The quarterback, Holmes, just gets out of the way, gives it to Hawkins, and he's just able to make the most of his opportunities, getting the second touchdown here for Joplin tonight. Scores 28-14, 11:43 remaining in the fourth quarter. Mike Stewart here calling the game in the Central Midwest Football League tonight on the Southern Sports Network. Beautiful weather here in Joplin, Missouri on the campus of Missouri Southern State University, home of the Lions and Fred Hughes Stadium. Temperature has dipped to 59 degrees, but still beautiful football weather. Good environment for those of you watching at home. We appreciate wherever you are watching this game, anywhere in the civilized world. We thank you for your patronage. Wichita down 2 touchdowns here, and they have to figure something out. Stewart, the quarterback, was incredible early on, but all momentum has ceased to exist as the Crusaders have scored 28 consecutive points. As they take a timeout, we'll take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is SSN.
Deep down in my bones, I know that I am home. I miss him too. Love brings us here. Together's where we all belong. You're my home. I'm okay. My home.
Having a body is tough. Exercising, sports, work, and life itself can leave you feeling tense at any age. The Trainer's Table is here for you. No appointments or memberships needed because you can't always plan ahead for when you're physically sore. The Trainer's Table. Let us stretch you.
We are live back on SSN, and again, 28-14 lead. Crusaders running away with it, scoring 4 straight touchdowns after Wichita was able to pull an early stunner and score the first 2 of the game tonight. Mike Stewart calling the game. I want to thank everybody who is watching Central Midwest Football League action here in Joplin, Missouri. Stewart fires the ball and gets a catch at the 40. So the Skyhawks ain't giving up, and they are trying to get back into this football game. Tremendous pitch and catch here in the fourth quarter. As the chains are being moved, Stewart's pass able to go past the 40-yard line here. And again, Javante Stewart caught fire early on for the Wichita Skyhawks. have all the early means of what could have been a potential upset, but then Joplin put their foot down and have scored 28 straight. Stewart with the football, gets rid of it, tosses it up, and it's intercepted by the Joplin Crusaders. Takes a knee down at the 14, and all the momentum is on the black and gold at this point. As we catch it here, he just skies up for the pick. He stops his route and says, give me that. Slips, takes the knee. He's like, I know my team has possession. Tremendous play for number 7, Daquan Johnson. And if you're Joplin, I wonder if you just continue to run the clock down like you did on that last touchdown drive. It was a slow, methodical march, but it worked. Waiting to see where they're officially going to spot this football. I think they're just waiting for the offense to come out of here, and they're not really in any type of rush, being up 2 touchdowns, and you got 11-17 remaining in regulation. Four receiver set here. Ball is spotted at the 14-yard line. And a run for no gain. So Holmes opts to just give it to his running back who scored 2 touchdowns tonight as we take the clock down inside 11 minutes here. For those of you just joining us, it's been a tale of 2 different portions of the football game. 2 lengthy touchdown passes by Wichita Skyhawks quarterback Javonte Stewart. Made it 14-0 early, but then Joplin just able to use their entire offensive gambit to show why they are about to improve the 4-1 here in the CMFL. Again, a 4-receiver set. Holmes takes the snap, fires it to a slot receiver, and he's brought down immediately. 10:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Want to thank everybody who's watching here on SSN. I know we had a graduation ceremony, so for those of you who want to stick around and watch the network, we appreciate your patronage. Mike Stewart calling this game in CMFL action. And after tonight's contest, this should put Joplin very competitive in trying to win a conference and pursuit of a league championship as well. 5-receiver set, empty open. Holmes running, breaks 2 tackles. Brought down after the third tackle there, and he's brought down by number 35 for the Skyhawks. That is Jerron Caraway, and he's been making all kinds of plays on the defensive end tonight for this Wichita team, which was upset-minded, but again, they just ran out of gas and the wheels fell off after somewhere around the third quarter, I would say. 9:15 remaining here in regulation. We are looking at a 4th down and 6 from the 18, so I would expect a punt. But this could be a tremendous situation here if the Skyhawks are able to have any sort of decent return. They should have excellent field position after this. Clock inside 9 minutes now. Let's it go, and I wonder if that was running into the kicker. It's down at around the 36-yard, actually the 44-yard line. There's standby. There's laundry on the line at the 10. 8:37 remaining in regulation now. So I do think that will probably be running into the kicker penalty. If it is, that could result in an automatic 1st down for Joplin, which will move the sticks. And again, just be another wound. But the penalty has been waived. The referees take their flag back, so Wichita will end up with the football after all. In what I believe would be their best field position of the second half, they have to take advantage of this if they're going to look to cut into this and make it a one-score game again. Once again, it will have to be inside of the hands of quarterback number 2, Javonte Stewart. Number 1 on the depth chart, number 2 on the jersey, obviously. As they have been held scoreless since the very first play of the second quarter. So trips to the left, empty gun with 5 receivers in the formation here. Stewart with the ball, pressure coming from the ends, nearly gets sacked. There's a flag on the field. Stewart still running, crosses the 40-yard line. He's tackled at the 37. Let's see what the penalty flag is and see how the referees think that this ought to be judged after that. Officially 8:28 remaining in regulation. And it looks like they may be bringing this ball back as a result of it being a Wichita penalty. So they spot this at the 45-yard line, making it first down and 15 yards to go. Actually, no, I take that back. It's 1st and 20 because they have to get to the 35-yard line of the Crusaders to try to keep this drive alive with 8:28 remaining. Pressure being brought by Joplin. Stewart almost doesn't get rid of that. And it looks like he may have taken a glancing shot when he was trying to get rid of the football there. But credit to this Crusaders team. They saw the writing on the wall down 14-0, and they really woke up. It's almost like if you're playing somebody in Madden and then they nonchalantly think about the first 2 scores as nothing and then they get serious. It's kind of what this game feels like tonight. This will drop the Skyhawks to 1-3 if the result holds. And put the Crusaders at a record of 4-1 in the CMFL. Trips to the left. Stewart sacked. 3 players combining to bring him down, and time and opportunities are running out for the Skyhawks as well as fatigue is setting in. Inside of 8 minutes remaining, and it's going to be another down of more than 20-plus yards here. Going to be 3rd and 24 as a timeout is called. We'll take a timeout. We're going to take a 60-second break. Joplin Crusaders up 28-14 over the Wichita Skyhawks. This is Southern Sports Network.
Some might say I'm an ideas guy. I'd like to think of myself more as a doer. I like to make things happen, both for myself and for the people my businesses serve. Signature Bank has been crucial in that for me, from starting my moving businesses to expanding into mobile minis, all the way to our current office and warehouse space. Signature has advised and supported me every step of the way.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
So we're back live. Wichita Skyhawks down 2 touchdowns, 7:52 remaining in the fourth quarter, and all the momentum is on the side of the Joplin Crusaders. Stewart, the quarterback, throws to a slot receiver, and they really needed a lot more than that on what was 3rd and 24. Crossing the 45-yard line, but they are going to have to air it out here on 4th down unless they decide to punt. which if they punt here on 4th down 2 touchdowns, that may be waving the white flag. Clock ticks downside, 7.5 minutes remaining. And Joplin is just content here in letting the clock do its thing. We will have a brief post-game show where we will show all the scores from tonight's game after time runs out on what looks to be a 4th win on the season for Joplin, barring a comeback here by Wichita. Stewart, the quarterback, runs it, gets rid of it, jump pass, kind of like Michael Vick style, and it won't matter because it's intercepted. That will likely be the dagger. Number 3, Dougie Moore. He said you can teach him how to Dougie because he's going to take that one to the bank. Shucky ducky quack quack. Crosses midfield, gets to the 48-yard line, and let the celebration begin. Up 2 touchdowns with 6:51 remaining. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back on the Southern Sports Network.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty, with her wafers on in the summer sun. Her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long.
And we're back live, so big interception, I think, just takes whatever momentum that Wichita may have had left. The fatigue is setting in. 4 consecutive touchdowns by the hometown Joplin Crusaders. 6:45 remaining here in regulation. Mike Stewart calling the game here live on Southern Sports Network. Thanks to everybody who is leading or watching this game wherever you're at in the organized world. Central Midwest Football League action here on Semi-Pro Saturday. I want to thank you for watching and tuning in. Inside 6.5 minutes. Again, Joplin. So, again, I keep making references to Madden, but, there's so many parallels in this game. This is where when you are up so much in Madden, you just let the clock tick down to about 10 seconds and just do a random running play. That's what this is at this point. Trips to the right. Kendall Holmes, the quarterback, takes his time, gets rid of it. To nobody in particular, just throws the ball away. Making the smart play under center with 5:53 remaining in regulation. As we see the ball boy throwing it back into play. Joplin in no rush, obviously. If anything, they probably wish that it wasn't thrown so they could continue to run the clock down here. Coming out of the huddle. 28-14, what will be a big home win for the Crusaders. Keeping pace in this CMFL. Kendall Holmes under center, gives it to his running back. Running back just running, and he goes down for a loss. Clock ticks downside, 5:45 remaining in tonight's contest. So this will officially be 4th down. Got to think that Joplin's going to punt this here to try and make it as difficult as possible for Wichita, which, why wouldn't you? Anybody who's a Crusaders fan watching at home is thinking, yeah, of course you punt the ball. Big shout out to the CEO and the owner of the Southern Sports Network, Chris Dotson. He is the man that makes this all happen. We want to give a special shout out to him. And then, like I mentioned earlier, just between Bob Stoops and Dean Blandino both having SSN ads and their pivotal roles in the XFL this season, Bob Stoops, the winning coach for the Dallas Renegades, and Dean Blandino, the head of officiating. Special shout out to them as well. Punt goes high into the air above the skylights. And we have a fumble right at around a 26. So, as we get off the field here and we have a change of possession, we're going to take a 30-second timeout. 4:34 remaining in tonight's game. CMFL action, Joplin up 28-14. This is SSN.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going to change this now. Spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going to change this, ripping out pages. I'm going to change.
Special thanks to Dick's Sporting Goods, one of the sponsors for SSN this 2023 season. As Stewart gets sacked in the backfield, and again, this Joplin defense is just relentless. Continuing to bring pressure, continuing to sack the quarterback. They don't want Javante Stewart to get anything, as they want to keep this momentum rolling with the clock ticking down. Next play will probably take place inside of 4 minutes remaining. So I want to thank everybody who is watching around in Missouri and Kansas and Oklahoma, and for anybody who loves semi-pro football here on the Southern Sports Network. Mike Stewart calling the game as Joplin is steamrolling to a 28-14 lead over Wichita. Referees trying to figure out what they're going to do here. 3:59 remaining in regulation. And for those of you who are Los Angeles Lakers fans and have not been watching the game, I have some bad news for you. Denver's about to go up 3-0. They're up 117-106 with less than a minute left. So for those of you who think that LeBron is the GOAT, I won't start that tonight, but this ain't a good case for him. I'll just say that much. Let's return back to live action Wichita with the football. Trips to the right here. They have to do something to try to get on the board as time is running out with less than 4.5 minutes remaining. Javante Stewart gets rid of it, and that was a duck pass. That, again, it reminded me, I bring it back up to what I mentioned earlier. When Donovan McNabb would throw the ball at people's feet, it's not really, it isn't the greatest thing to try to do when you're down 14 and it's a little under 5 minutes remaining. Just the thought, but this is going to open up the CMFL for Joplin. They're going to take a lot of momentum from this game and be able to build upon what has been an excellent start for the Crusaders here at home. Clock stopped at 4:21 remaining. Waiting for the Skyhawks to come out of the huddle here. Trips to the right again for Wichita. Javante Stewart under center gives it to his running back. That's an excellent misdirection play. That's going to give him the first down and more, but he's tackled right at around the 33-yard line. Big hit by number 5, Quinnell Johnson. Under 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Skyhawks are going to need a lot more than that, though, if they want to try to get back into this football game. But the defense for Joplin has been locked down pretty much all second half. So I'll give to the running back, and he might get a yard. As they're just running the clock down here. Game goes final. Denver has a dunking nugget 30-piece on the Lakers with a 119-108 win. About to dip Austin Reeves in barbecue sauce, if you will. Maybe LeBron can make that offseason trip to Bosley. But back to the action here. Trips to the right. Javonte Stewart with the ball. Lets it go. Excellent catch there as he's in open space. Trying to get past the receivers. Gets down at about the 45-yard line, and Wichita needed that in the absolute worst way as we are down at 2:40 remaining. Chains being moved. Caught by his best receiver or his most reliable receiver tonight, number 1, Dominique Webb. But they're taking too much time here as the clock is continuing to tick inside 2:20. Stewart will need another pitch and catch just like the last play. Trips to the left. Pressure coming from the Crusaders. And he's able to escape that but can't get rid of it. Not sure if they called that a sack or if the pitching catch was able to get caught at the 45-yard line there. Waiting to see how they officially call this. 1:46 remaining in regulation now. And we're going to take a 60-second timeout along with both teams. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Joplin looking to close out a 28-14 victory over Wichita. This is SSN.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction.
Back here live on SSN, trips to the right. Wichita running out of time here. Javonte Stewart with the blitz gets rid of the football. Able to complete it to his receiver at around the 49-yard line, but there's 1:40 remaining in the game, and they're still down 2 touchdowns. At some point, you wonder, is Wichita just trying to run live game practice in a 2-minute drill and just know that they're too tired and too fatigued to hang with Joplin's defense at this point? That's kind of what it feels like here on the field as we're wrapping things up with 1:21 remaining. "28 consecutive points by this Joplin Crusader squad here at home at Fred Hughes Stadium on the campus of Missouri Southern State University. An older stadium, but a very nice stadium in my opinion. They get the job done here, and it looks like the facilities are very decent for Division II football. Stewart with the snap, blitz coming. And he's brought down from behind. Did not see the pressure on that play, and that might as well lock it up. That is number 20 for the Joplin Crusaders, Cameron Carney. That likely was the exclamation point, and the clock is ticking down inside 1 minute. This game is all she wrote at this point. Do stick around. We'll have a brief post-game show. We're going to show every score from tonight's football game. Inside 30 seconds here on the campus of MSSU here in Joplin, Missouri. The hometown Joplin Crusaders happy with this result. Officially 23.9 seconds remaining. A tremendous comeback for the Crusaders, and any comeback effort for the Wichita Skyhawks just a little bit outside. Blitz coming. Punt goes off. And Joplin decided to return it, and are we going to have a Seneca Wallace moment here? We will not. He'll go out of bounds. And the Joplin Crusaders, after trailing 14-0, will be able to do the best thing that is known in football, and that is go in the victory formation. But this game has a risk of looking like a Las Vegas Raiders contest if they don't break this up pretty soon. I mean, literally, there's 11 seconds. You might as well just take the knee out of the building. Of course, the Las Vegas Raiders are going to get Jimmy Garoppolo under center. Ask the 49ers how that turned out. He cost more games than he did win games. So if you're a Raiders fan, I feel sorry for you. And that's coming from a 49ers fan myself. So starting the clock, 11 seconds here as we count down to the end of the game. And both teams are lining up. That's the end of the game. Our final score. The Joplin Crusaders improved to 4-1 after scoring 28 consecutive points with a 28-14 win over the Wichita Skyhawks. We will be back in 60 seconds. We're going to do a brief post game to show you every score of tonight's contest. Final score in Central Midwest Football League action on the Southern Sports Network.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
So today is the post-game show, and we're going to do a brief post-game show. First touchdown of the game. Wichita was in momentum drive early. This is the first touchdown pass. Javante Stewart finds Dominique Webb as he does the land shark celebration to kick off the scoring 7-0. Then it's a 41-yard touchdown pass for Wichita. This was to start the second quarter. Kedrick Liggins able to stretch and get this ball into the end zone, which made it 14-0 Wichita. So you think, when is Joplin going to show up? And they do it here beginning at the end of the second quarter. Elliott Hawkins able to run in for a 5-yard score, and keep this score in mind in particular because you're going to see it again later in the game. Taj Curry able to get the 2-point conversion here, and this ended up making it 14-8 as a result of the halftime intermission. And then it was just all Joplin after they came out of the locker room with 3 more scores starting in the third quarter here. As this next one you're going to see is quarterback Kendall Holmes as he runs a 3-yard touchdown, and then he also calls his number for the 2-point conversions here. So you'll see he just runs. The defense is starting to tire already, and that was the touchdown run. But then he just runs misdirection on this 2-point conversion as he's able to break open the game and give the first lead to Joplin, which they would not be able to give away at any other point further at that point in the game. So as we pull everything up here, we will try to see what's happening with the rest of the game. I think something may have happened with our highlights here, but we will take another brief intermission, and we'll kind of run back and run this all up and wrap it up for you on SSN.
Feel the warmth deep down in my bones. I know that I am home. I miss him too. Love brings us here. Together's where we all belong. You're my home. My home.
Having a body is tough. Exercising, sports, work, and life itself can leave you feeling tense at any age. The Trainer's Table is here for you. No appointments or memberships needed because you can't always plan ahead for when you're physically sore. The Trainer's Table. Let us stretch you.
Are you writing any more ads?
Some might say I'm an ideas guy. I'd like to think of myself more as a doer. I like to make things happen, both for myself and for the people my businesses serve. Signature Bank has been crucial in that for me, from starting my moving businesses to expanding into mobile minis, all the way to our current office and warehouse space. Signature has advised and supported me every step of the way.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
So we're going to wrap up everything here tonight. It is a wrap. Basically, 28 consecutive points by the Joplin Crusaders to cruise to what is now a 4-1 record. Wichita drops to 1-3 as a result of the loss tonight. Very strong start early on, but they just were not able to keep up as they lost momentum and grew tired as the second half was enduring for them. So, as we wrap things up here in Joplin, Missouri, Mike Stewart wanting to thank everybody in Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma, or wherever you may be watching anywhere in the civilized world. I want to thank my cameraman and my excellent producer, Jackson, for having us cover this game tonight and being able to bring it live to you. We were going to try to do the score-by-score highlights, but it is live TV. Anything can happen, but obviously, the game will be available full replay on the SSN app on iOS or Android. I want to thank you for watching Semi-Pro Saturday for coverage of the Central Midwest Football League. We are going to sign off for now. This is Mike Stewart for the Southern Sports Network. Have a great night.